Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to our powers. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. And give it double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught us this truth, that are constantly ruling well through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, peace, mercy, and blessings to the beloved Ahchyam that are out there pushing this word wholeheartedly in truth and in sincerity, that are not wavering to the left nor to the right, but constantly staying on that straight and narrow, fighting for your crowns in these last days that we are truly living in. Even shalom to the few sisters, the Ahchyams that are out there, and even shalom to the Israelite foreigners, those that may look like the other nations, but their seed line is going back into our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm the brother Ira, coming back with another lesson to the Lord willing, edify the Lord's elect. And just something that the Lord sent me, so I wanted to share with you, Ahchyam. All right, when I had got off of work, I was just pulling up to the light, which I caught it at the right time because the light was turning, the truck was turning at the light. So, there's nothing really coincidence, when it comes down to Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Everything is perfect. All right, when the Lord sends you signs and, you just keep your eyes open for him. And I happened to see at the back of the truck, it said milestone at the top. And then at the bottom right, it has 34144. And then at the left of it, it has a dog, a symbol of a dog. All right, which, Caleb, one of the spies that was with Joshua, all right, Judah, all right, his name means dog, all right, which, a dog is symbolic for, loyalty, faithful, all right, and that's the spirit that Yahweh Bahashem Shai has given, all right, his servants, all right, to be loyal, to be faithful, to have an enduring spirit, okay, all right, and, we're here at the end of Babylon the Great, okay, we haven't took the grace period for granted. We've been constantly going through the straight gate, getting built up, fighting through our trials and tribulations, all right? And we just been pressing forward to the mark, all right? Which the word milestone, which was one of the message that the Lord showed me, the meaning of it is a stone set up beside a road to mark the distance in mile to a particular place, okay? All right, and the end is here, all right? The end has been made manifested, and we can see that Esau, Edom, his kingdom is getting ready to go down. Babylon is on its way out. We don't have that much longer here, and that's why I wanted to, share this, beautiful sign that the Lord sent me, all right? Because we're closer than when we believe, all right? Now, the second definition is an action or event marking a significant change or stage in development, all right? We're getting ready to enter into the last final phases of this man's kingdom going down, okay? All right, and as the scriptures say, let's get this real fast in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, all right? So this thing is about enduring, all right? Paul said, fight that good fight of faith, all right? Keep putting forth your best foot forward, okay? All right, serve as as you're serving Yahweh Bahashem Shai, all right? Because see, the Lord has been watching. Yahweh Bahashem Shai knows all them that trust in him. All right, he knows all those that have a faithful spirit, okay? And the Lord is getting ready to reward the righteous. All right, all you brothers out there, all you sisters out there that are sincerely locked in, fighting for Yahweh Bahashem Shai, it's all getting ready to pay off real soon. All right, the Greek word right here for endure is
Strong's G 5278. Hupamano. Hupamano.
hupameno. Hupameno, all right, which means to remain, to tarry behind, to remain, abide, not recede, or flee, all right? And that's the spirit of being faithful, all right? We're not like Lot's wife looking back to the world. We're not returning unto our vomit. We're just pressing forward to that mark, all right, to the finish line, okay? All right, because we believe that there's a promise in store for us. All right, and as long as we endure unto the end, we're going to receive of that promise. Okay, all right, and it's close, very close. Our redemption draweth nigh. All right, we're getting ready to see Yahweh Shai and Lord willing get lifted up into those skies. Okay, now right here it says to persevere under misfortune and trials, to hold fast to one's faith in a Mashiach, to endure, bear bravely, and calmly ill treatment. So, Paul made mention that nothing shall separate us from the love of Yahweh by Shem Shai. All right, not even us losing our lives. Okay, all right, and this truth is likened unto a treasure. All right, we have a great treasure that the Lord allowed us to come across. All right, and we pretty much sold everything in order for us to acquire this treasure. All right, and we're not letting go of this treasure. Okay, all right, because this treasure is far more worth anything that the world can offer. Okay, let's get this parable in the book of Matthew, chapter 19, and I'm sorry, that's not it. That's not the one I'm looking for. I want the one where it says treasure in the field. All right, bear with me. Let me see. All right, that's the one I'm looking for right there. Matthew 13, Salakia. All right, this is Matthew 13 and 43. It says, then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. It says again, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto treasures hid in a field, that which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he have and buyeth that field. All right, see, so we sacrificed everything in order for us to acquire this treasure. All right, and we have this treasure, so we got to hold on to this treasure. All right, which the treasure represents the knowledge. All right, I believe Paul made mention that the treasure, let me see, in Romans 11, he had made mention about that this knowledge is considered unto rubies and gold. I ain't read it in a long time. Oh, here it is. Yep, it is right here. Romans 11 and 33. Oh, the depths of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Okay, so you see how, great the riches are, which the riches represent the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, that not all of Israel has. Okay, all right, and how we're utilizing our time before the end fully comes. Okay, the Lord said that he's not unrighteous to forget our works of labor of love. All right, because when you set a milestone and you accomplish that milestone, there's a a reward. Okay, let's get this real fast. Hebrews chapter, might be chapter 6. Chapter 6 and verse in verse 10, it says, for Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is not unrighteous to forget your works and labor of love, which you have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. All right, and we're at the end. All right, we almost out of here. It says that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promise. All right. All right. And the elect is getting ready to inherit the promise that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai promised us. All right. We're getting ready to see the downfall of our enemies. Okay. All right. And when Esau goes down, it's only going to take 1 hour. That's how fast Esau is getting ready to go down. All right. Let's get a few scriptures out of here and I'm going to close it out. Okay. Like I said, just, something quick. Just wanted to share this with y'all brothers. All right. Because I thought that was a beautiful sign that the Lord sent me. All right. And, these signs we got to keep our eyes keen for. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 18. And let's start at verse 18. It says, no, let's start at verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the companies and ships and sailors, and as many as traded by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? So even the heathens from afar off are going to see Babylon be destroyed, all right? And the elect that are in the skies, all right, in the chariots, they're going to watch Babylon burn, all right, from those heavenly vehicles, okay? And when they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heavens, ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. See? All right? All this unjustness, wickedness, what we suffered here, it's all getting ready to be paid back twofold. Okay? All right? Babylon is getting ready to receive of her judgment. Esau's getting ready to receive of his judgments. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. All right, this is the reward of America. Okay, this is the reward that is getting ready to come. All right, it says, you know what? That was, I'm gonna just leave it right there. All right, that was the reward that is getting ready to take place here. All right, I don't need to make this even too much longer, but I just want to just get a couple precepts. All right, just keep fighting, Ahchyam. All right, because hey, that milestone, again, like I said, once you accomplish something that you set your mind towards, all right, and you don't waver, you continue all the way to an end. It's a great achievement. Okay, matter of fact, let me read a couple of these right here. It says, milestone definition of Cambridge English Dictionary, an important event in the development of history of something or in someone's life. See? All right, so making it out of here is going to be a great development, all right, in history. Lord's willing, we're part of the elect, okay? It says right here, milestone definition meaning synonyms. A milestone is a significant event in your life. Often a milestone marks the start of a new chapter. See? All right, so from slave ships to spaceships, new bodies. So brothers, just keep fighting. All right? Righteousness is stored up for us. Okay? We getting ready to be upgraded to the highest extent, taken out of these chains of darkness, a place where rest is allowed. So, that was pretty much it, Ahchyam. I'm going to get out of here by giving all praises and glory to our powers, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Shalom.